Okay, let's talk about the Carson Wentz trade. How did the Carson Wentz trade change the quarterback market? And, how does that affect the 49ers in your opinion?
Well, first of all, I must say that I'm happy that we didn't trade for Carson Wentz because,
Right.
as far as I see, he's almost as injury prone as Jimmy is right now. So I don't see how we could have been better with him. Although he has way better skill set than Jimmy has. He's more
Mhm.
mobile and other things like that. But I couldn't see him as an improvement over Jimmy. So that's why I'm happy that we didn't trade for him. But after all, after that Stafford trade, which was ridiculous as I see that, and
Yeah.
I mentioned it before when we have first talked about that, I do think that it just puts the values of the quarterback into the right place where they belong.
So you think the Carson Wentz deal was a fair value that they got for him? The third and a
Of
conditional?
course, it was overpriced because Chargers needed a quarterback.
Yep.
They needed it desperately because the only thing that they are missing is a good quarterback to lead them into the Super Bowl. Because I do think that they can be contenders if they
The
can keep.
Colts?
Yep,
Yep. Yep.
if
I
they
see.
can keep Carson Wentz healthy next season, and they have the offensive line to do that.
They
So,
do.
so if they can just raise Vance's self confidence, I do
Mhm.
think that they can be in the Super Bowl next year, or at least in a good spot in the playoffs.
How do you think this trade affects the Niners' view of Jimmy? Looking at they're looking at Philly. Philly benched Carson Wentz. They have his replacement. They said all kind of terrible things about him. He's not this. He's not that. He's no good. We're giving up on him for Jalen Hurts, and they still got multiple picks for him. Do you think the Niners look at that and they're like, well, everyone's telling us Jimmy has no trade value. He's hurt. He's this. He's that. Is he that much worse of an asset than Carson Wentz? Should we hold on and see if we can get like that, the third and the second? What do you think?
First of all, I have to say that we won't get as many picks for Jimmy Garoppolo as they got for Carson Wentz. The thing is that Colts, as I mentioned before, needed an at least good quarterback desperately to be in the playoffs next season. Right now, I don't see how the 49ers are just ranking themselves, but I do think that Kyle Shanahan is smart enough to know that they are not playoff bound next year. And I'm not seeing them as a playoff bound team next year. So they have to find a partner if they can get the most of the Jimmy trade that needs just a quarterback, and at least decent quarterback who can lead them into better position or into the playoffs. And the thing is that I don't see a team that has quarterback needs, and that's the only thing that they need to get into the playoffs. That's why I don't think that we can get as much value as
What about New England?
well, I do think that New England has way more problems than just quarterback.
I agree. I think even if they were to get Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't know if they make the playoffs. I think that would be the big
They
the big
have
irony.
programs as well.
There's no receivers there.
Yep.
You
So
know, Edelman's old, Gronk's gone. What is he going to do? Why would he succeed there? I'm not sure he would. So they could. I mean, and maybe New England even realizes that. Like, why should we trade for Jimmy Garoppolo when we're not going to win with him? I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know how this Carson Wentz thing affects the Niners' view of Jimmy, but I still think what they're thinking is if we're patient, we might get something. Some team might make a bad decision. Maybe it's New England. Are there any other teams that you think might do it? The Jets?
if we were in last year, maybe we could have traded Jimmy Garoppolo to the Texans for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, maybe last year, right? They had the same numbers last year.
So bad in the past years. We are so unlucky that they changed a lot this season.
I know.
And right now we can't just have Deshaun Watson, for example, Mike McGlinchey or something like that, because
Right.
I'm pretty sure that they would do that. They could have done that last season.